So you've got the skills, you've got the idea, but you're wondering, how do I get from here with all these wonderful skills and this wonderful idea, and how do I get to market? How do I get customers? And we go over a lot of different techniques to build that bridge, to get that go-to-market strategy. Let me just bring up one that I'm a big fan of, and this is a collaborative product development strategy, right? It's a collaborative or co-marketing strategy. So this is something that we talk about in traction products, and as we build up our business, we come up with these different challenges that we have to solve, and progressively, from the very beginning up to as big as you want to get, gaining audience is a big challenge, right? So you can see even with Facebook's purchase of Instagram, right, or eBay's purchase of Skype, what they're really buying is access to customers. They're buying an audience. So since, it would be great if you did. I certainly don't. I don't have $1 billion laying around. I don't have billions of dollars to just buy up all the users and buy up the customers that I want. So how, with a low to no cost, how do we go from where we are and quickly gain an audience? Because, as you can see, organic reach for Instagram, organic reach for Facebook, even LinkedIn, it's not really what it once was on social media, because everybody's on it, right? So we're all kind of competing for the same eyeballs. So unless you have money to pour into the system, you're not really getting that reach that you want. And again, if you have all the money in the world, maybe that will work out for you, but most of us don't. Most of us mortals are stuck in the constraints of reality. Like, we have normal people budgets. We'd like those budgets to be bigger. And, if we can be a little bit more productive with our money and with our time, we can be more successful. So this is a method that we have used on our fun side projects and kind of on our B2B bigger projects to get in front of larger audiences more quickly and build revenue, right? We also always, like in life and in business, we get to learn, we get to, grow our personal skills as we grow the business. So that's amazing. But if you have these skills and you can do it, you can always reach out to somebody that already has the audience and ask them, what can I build for you? Hey, if I did all the work for you, right? If I did all the programming, if I did all the engineering, if I did all the sourcing, whatever your talent is, your personal or your team, if I did all those things for you, can you slap your name on it, right? Can you help me promote it? Can I do a revenue share? There's always going to be a flavor of that makes sense, especially if your idea really solves a big problem for what their audience is, because that thought leader is always looking for ways for them to grow, right? To sell another thing, to expand into their market, to satisfy their customers, because if they don't engage their customers with sales every once in a while, their customers just go away, right? So they have to constantly be looking for new and better things to keep that thought leadership. So you're bringing a lot to the table with your skill or their idea, but what they're going to lack is they're going to lack time to execute it. What you lack is what they have, right? They have the trust, they have the they have the experience with that audience. So if you can combine what you have and what they have with co-marketing or collaborative development, you can have a winning combination. So you can go from talent to business very quickly. And what I like about this idea is that it's fairly replicable, because the next evolution of this thing, instead of that co-development, co-branded, could just be a partnership model, right? Where you build something else and you find partners to help bring that idea to market, so they are able to white label that product, or that you're able to sell through, a distribution partner as a channel but you're going to gain experience and you're going to gain credibility in the market through that initial co-marketing or co-branded solution. Me personally, I'm less of an ego about attaching my specific name onto something. If I came up with a wonderful idea, but I had no idea how to market it, and I had secured my intellectual property and I had the team to execute it, I would much rather just be behind the scenes and allow somebody else to get that, that glory, where I get the revenue and I can pour that revenue into more research and development, building my team, building my business, or building, another product and just replicating that. But I think for a lot of people, the ego of it being the Cali show is what gets in the way. It's for them, business isn't about the money. It's not about fulfilling the mission. It's not about getting the idea done. It's about them doing that thing. It's about kind of that heliocentric view of the world. Like, I'm the sun and everything revolves around me. And if I'm not the one that's doing it, it's not worth doing, or I can do it better than everyone else. So those kind of ideas hold us back, not just in the beginning, but even after some initial form of success, because it's so hard to build a team, so hard to build partnerships, it's so hard to work with other people unless you can give up some level of that ego and control and attach more fulfillment onto things actually being fulfilled, right? Things actually existing. And it just blows my mind. But going back just to the tactical here, if you have an idea and you have the skills to put it into practice, you can turn that idea into a reality, but you can't turn that reality into a business reality. Consider that co-marketing strategy, right? Considering building the thing for somebody else. Consider having somebody put their brand on it, co-brand it, white label it, some version of that makes sense to them, leverage their audience to build revenue. You're going to learn so much, and you might just get a business partner out of it, right? You might just get something beyond what you asked for, but you'll at least get started, and it won't be like so many other people's ideas that just shrivel up and die. You won't just be sitting there thinking, I was the person that invented Facebook, because you weren't, right? You won't have that regret. You'll have at least had the chance to make the thing happen, right? So just a little quick thought there on bringing an idea to reality. I'm a big fan of collaboration and partnerships anyways, but for me, we've seen at different levels great success with co-marketing. So get out there and get out of your metaphorical office, start talking to people, and figure out how you can turn your product idea into a business reality.